Welcome, Equity Podcast. I'm Barrick Bryan, co-owner of Equity Fitness. Thanks for dropping in and checking us out. Today, we're going to talk about an email I got about, a little bit of context before we get into that. So, we do group classes here, and every workout has a goals and stimulus section for that workout. And we have a workout of the day. The coach is there to give you some guidance for that and to help you get the stimulus that you're trying to get. Sometimes, however, people have other goals that they want to reach. They have like longer term goals. I want to get stronger. I want to get better at gymnastics. I want to lose 30 pounds. I want to be better at my sport. I want to be competitive in CrossFit or in something else, right? So doing our group classes can help you get there, but it's probably going to take a long time. It's going to take time to get there. So we started offering a combination of group classes and individual design. An individual design is a program that's completely from scratch, all set up for you and what your goal is. But this hybrid method of individual design plus group training, what we're going to do is we're going to get the workouts for the week. You're going to get that sent to you on Sunday with exactly what to do for the workout, or some guidelines, some very specific guidelines. Hey, for this barbell, I want you to do this weight. I want you to try this rep scheme. I want you to do this tailored option for the toes bar. Instead of toes bar, we're going to do toes to rings, and very specific to you. And so we have a specific goal, right? We have the goals and the stimulus for the workout in general for everybody, but then based off of your long-term, what you're trying to reach, what is your specific goal for that workout for that day? And then exactly what you should be doing for that workout, what you should be focusing on for that workout to help you get to that goal. And then on top of that, depending on time and what the goals are, we might have some accessory built in for that week as well. So that's kind of like our like I said, our hybrid between that individual design and the group classes. And we have a few people doing that right now. And this email came from one of our members that are doing that. Her name's Mandy. Sorry, I keep leaning. And I think we've talked about this before, but her email just kind of brought it back up. So one of the things that we talk about is when we have a clock going in a group class, people can get very competitive, especially when you're in a room full of people. And part of that is good and part of it is bad. On one side, it's good because you're going to push a little bit harder than you would if you were by yourself. But on the other side, what we can get caught up in is racing to the end. And if we're always racing to the end, we're not necessarily getting better or working towards the goals that we want to. For example, let's say I want to compete. I want to do the best I possibly can in the CrossFit Open. All right, just as an example. But every single time toes to bar comes up, I do singles. Always. And that's what I always do. That's not going to get you better at doing toes to bar, and it's not going to get you better at the Open. What we need to start working on is linking toes to bar. Well, you might say, but I'm faster if I do singles. If I start trying to link reps, I'm not as fast. And I would say, that might be true, but if you never practice that thing, you're never going to get there. So yes, today, if you're trying to link reps and you focus on, all right, I'm not going to do any singles, I have to do at least doubles the whole way, you might be slower today. But in the long run, if you continue working on that, doing that, you're going to be faster down the road, right? So if I had somebody just do singles all year, and somebody who's practicing doubles the entire year, and the same workout came up, the person with doubles is probably going to win that workout, right? they're going to be able to link those reps better. So that's what we mean by that. So what she, and I've had this conversation with Mandy a few times, and we've had it in a podcast before and in other areas, and for some reason it just clicked with her this time. So this is what she said. She said, I think I started to understand what you meant about not worrying so much about the leaderboard with this one. I thought you meant don't be so competitive before, but you and Cole both said basically not to worry about the toes bar and dubs, and to take an opportunity to do a heavy weight that would possibly slow me down. After the workout, I understood. That weight was really challenging for me, but I'm glad I did it. It's weird to be good enough at anything with CrossFit that I can afford to sacrifice it in favor of something I'm less good at. So I guess that's pretty cool. So for her, she's really good at toes to bar and double unders. The third movement was, I think, devil presses, I believe. I think it was a heavy devil press. I can't remember exactly what it was, but it's some kind of heavy dumbbell movement. And I wanted her to go heavier than usual. If she were not doing the hybrid that we were doing, she probably would have done 10 pounds less. So I had her doing 35-pound dumbbells, and she probably would have done 25 in order to keep moving and go faster. And she would have crushed the toes bar and the dubs, and she would have went really fast on that. But one of her things is to be able to compete in the sport of CrossFit. So we were focusing on getting her stronger and being able to move that weight. So hey, yes, you're gonna be slower on your toes bar and your dubs for this workout, but I want you to go heavier. So you're gonna slow down now in order to go faster later. If the more competitive you want to be, the less competing you need to do. Let me say that again. The more competitive you want to be, the less competing you need to do. Football, they compete once a week. Do they compete during the week? No, they train during the week. We need to be training, we need to be practicing. If we're not training, if we're not practicing, we're not going to be able to compete at those higher levels. When we're playing a sport, again, some practice is just playing that sport, but you're going to be doing other skills and drills besides that, right? You know, for soccer, you're going to do dribbling skills, you're going to do just shooting, you're going to do that's pretty much my extent of what soccer is. So I don't know anything else. Maybe like passing drills. I don't know. Right? With football, you're gonna practice tackling. You're gonna practice doing all your different stuff, reading different movements. Right? You're gonna be doing different things. You're not just playing that sport. So you need to practice and train. If our sport is CrossFit, we need to practice and train that. Well, Barrick, I don't want to compete. That's not really my thing. That's fine. What is your other goal? Is your goal to get stronger? Maybe we should start leaning towards heavier weight and maybe bringing down the gymnastics or bringing down the monostructural. Like, all because it says a 1,000-meter row, that doesn't mean you have to do the 1,000-meter row. We can pull that back a little bit and increase the weight a little bit. I want to lose some weight. I want to just feel good and feel better. That's fine. Let's bring the weights down a little bit and focus on more movement, right? That's why we have the different tracks with our group classes. We have the sweat, the train, and the compete track, right? That's why we have different tracks. So, wrapping this all up. Understand what you're working towards. Like, yes, we want our why are we doing this, but also what are some of those goals that we're working towards? And how do we get to them? How do we work towards them? You can get there just doing group class or doing whatever your thing, but if you want to accelerate that process, if you want another set of eyes to give you feedback and now help you during that progress, we're here to help. Shoot me a text, shoot me an email. That's all I have today, guys. I hope this was super helpful. I hope you have a wonderful day, and cheers.